My 16-year-old self would not believe I would be here a couple decades later as a successful Black lesbian business owner, telling my story to thousands of other LGBTQ leaders. I wrote a letter to my 16-year-old self, trying to prepare her for what's to come 20 years down the road. So, here it goes. Hey, it's me. Well, it's you. 20 years from now, you'll be 36, and it's going to seem like this must be dog years as you wonder, how did you get here so quickly? You are not old, but you feel old. Okay, I am old, but I have something you don't have yet, wisdom. I'm here to tell you, you're going to be okay. Now that I've lived through what you will experience over the next 20 years, here are some things you need to know. Let's start with the dresses and your awkward walk. Don't change it. It will be how people remember you. When you look back at pictures, you will get a big laugh, and it will always be a conversation starter among family and friends. Basketball. It is a vehicle that will transport you to your destiny. And one day, it would not be all you think about. Always remember, God is love. And while you may have many questions in life, never question your faith. It is what will carry you through. College. It will not be the college you want, but it will be the college you need. You will land somewhere you least expected, somewhere you have never heard of, and it will define the rest of your life. You'll meet your dad eventually, but don't have any expectations. It's nothing like you'd imagine. Manage your stress, not just your weight. As much as you like to look good, you must feel good as well. Work will always be there. Take time for yourself. Love won't be easy, but don't stop trying. Meet people where they are, and sometimes you're going to have to leave them there. If someone walks out of your life, hold the door. It is a gift. Love yourself and level up. Most of all, your mom is going to love you after she knows. Don't be afraid to live in your truth. And this is my truth. I was born Christmas Day in Queens, New York, into a family of entrepreneurs. Yes, Christmas Day, but not in a manger or anything. All my aunts and uncles, including my grandfather, were entrepreneurs themselves. It was inevitable that I too would follow in those footsteps. My mom, who is the most courageous person I know, always shaking things up, moved me to Florida when I was 6 years old, and it forever changed my life. Some changes shape your life. Some awakens your creativity, and some calms your spirit. Chanel Lauren Turner was reborn. This is where I found my purpose and my passion. My first business was selling chips and CDs to my friends. One summer, I took a trip to California to visit my aunt. While there, I discovered hot Cheetos. Yes, hot Cheetos. Florida had yet to be introduced to this delicacy. Right there and then, I knew there was a void to be filled. This will lead me into another void that needed to be filled later on. Stay tuned. After returning home for the summer, I was ordering cases of hot Cheetos so I could be the only one in Florida selling a chip no one else had. I was a boss, a girl boss. The kids in school knew I was different. The first time I knew I was different was after my mom purchased her first home. We came home to find racial slurs painted on our garage. Confused by it all, I did not know that how I responded to this life event would prepare me for all that was ahead. It did not break me, just made me stronger. At a young age, I had feelings I could not describe or share with anyone, not even my mom. That's when I found my first love, basketball. I was told I was too short to play basketball, but that made me try all the more. I excelled at school, but found my passion on the court. I came out at 16 and had to transfer schools to keep playing basketball because my coach wanted me to choose between who I love and the game I love. When faced with choices, I always refer back to one of my favorite quotes. The trick is not to think outside the box, but to realize there is no box. So I chose a different path. I decided to transfer high schools my junior year, and all was well with the world again. Or so I thought. I was later recruited by one of my top 3 picks for college. And guess what? They lost their accreditation. All I wanted at this time was to get out of Florida. My mom had one condition. Wherever I decided to go, it had to be where we had family or a close friend. I decided on Bowie State University, the Lady Bulldogs. I always dreamed of moving back northeast, and the closest I could get to New York was Maryland. So, Maryland it was. I was pretty confident in my skills and abilities that I knew wherever I went, I could just walk on their basketball team. Pretty cocky, right? But I was redshirted my freshman year. I was later offered a full scholarship my sophomore year. While at Bowie, I worked, played ball, and earned a business degree. This positioned me for the many hats I'd have to wear in the future. Stay with me. We're getting to the good stuff. Vodka. Vodka was, and still is, my spirit of choice. But I longed for a vodka you could drink neat or on the rocks. So I embarked on a spirit-filled journey to find a vodka that I could sip and enjoy. Over time, I tried several brands. Literally, several brands. Who knew research could be so much fun? Only to decide I could make it myself, but better. I had no familiarity with the spirit industry, no mentors, no guidance. I literally learned the industry by trial and error. I tried, then I failed, tried again, only to fail again, but I never gave up on my vision. I knew what I wanted, but needed someone to create it. I narrowed it down to 3 distillers. I decided on TerraCynthia Corporation as a partner due to their unique distillation process. Unique. Now the real work began, or should I say, the fun. I went through 87 formulas over a 6-month period until I found the one. I also conducted research on packaging and realized that most packaging out there was pretty plain, pretty dull. I just knew we had to be different. Again, unique. Lightning struck. The lightning bolt as a bottle reminded me of being powerful and strong. All things I had to be while overcoming being small while playing basketball. I wanted something that reflected me, something regal, something unique, not defined by a standard. The bottle represents one of my core principles, which is freedom of expression and individuality. I literally had to search all over the country, but failed to find a glass manufacturer that would help me create this unique bottle. Nothing. I was finally introduced to Savor Glass in France, who was the only manufacturer up to the task and considered it a challenge. Savor Glass gave inspiration for the name Foudre, which is a play on the French word for lightning. It was a short, distinctive name for our brand. Now, I had a great name, a wonderful vodka, and a distinctive bottle. The hardest obstacle was breaking into the industry itself. Or for me, just another day. I was a rookie. I had all the cards stacked against me. I was an African American, androgynous lesbian, in a man's industry. A straight white man's industry, to be exact. I relied on the skills I gained playing ball and completing my degree. I didn't conform, I stood my ground. It took the same kind of grit and perseverance it took playing ball and that hustle mentality to navigate this industry. I never planned to saturate the market. I never even planned to be the first African American woman to own a vodka line. I never planned to be the youngest woman to start a vodka line. I just wanted something that was one of a kind, a boutique brand. But this was not my legacy. In 2015, Black Wall Street published an article on the top 20 Black-owned wine and spirit brands. I was proud to see Foudre Vodka, Formula 87, my brainchild, on that list. I soon realized I knew very little about blacks in the spirit industry, and I wasn't alone. This was my calling. This was my moment. All the obstacles I had faced since I was 6 was preparing me for this very moment, to be a part of something bigger than myself. My friend, and someone I still work closely with today, was instrumental in helping me navigate my next step. In 2016, I founded the Black-owned Wine and Spirit Festival to bring us all together so that the next little girl with a big dream doesn't have to feel alone, doesn't have to try and fail, doesn't have to abandon her passion and or vision, so the next little girl can stand on my shoulders. My journey has paved the way for others to follow in my footsteps, to create an easier pathway to success. We wanted to create a platform for all Black-owned wine spirit owners to thrive. While I thought Foudre would be stronger as a boutique brand and breaking barriers as an individual company, I soon realized that we were stronger together as allies in an industry where we all shared the same struggles. My journey in the vodka industry is unlike any other industry you all are probably familiar with, but I think we can all agree on the following. No matter the journey, we must appreciate the small wins and enjoy the accomplishments along the way. It is always a team effort and never an individual achievement. Believe you can achieve not despite the obstacles, but maybe because of them. What's for you will be for you. Take the leap you want to take without fear, without doubt. But most importantly, know this. Faith without works is dead. So do your part and put in the work. Tenacity will get you there, but only consistency will keep you there. Thank you.